Funeral service for Patricia Limbaugh Collenbach of Childersburg. That service will be today at First United Methodist Church in Childersburg at 2 p.m. Burial in the Green Hill Memorial Gardens. Patricia Limbaugh Collenbach, better known as Chick to her grandchildren and friends. That's short for Hip Granny Chick. She passed away Sunday, December the 16th. Online condolences at CourteousandSonFunerals.com. The family requests that donations be made to the First United Methodist Church of Childersburg or to the Alzheimer's Association. Courteous and Son Funeral Home, Childersburg Chapel, directing. Glenda Sue McDonald, age 62 of Sylacauga, died Monday at Coosa Valley Medical Center. Funeral service will be Thursday at 11 a.m. from Courteous and Son North, with burial in the Blue Springs Cemetery. Visitation 1 hour prior to the service. Online memorials at CourteousandSonFH.com. Courteous and Son Funeral Home, North Chapel, directing. Funeral service for Hilbert T. Tommy Russell. That service will be Thursday at 2 p.m. from Courteous and Son North. Visitation 1 hour prior to the service. Burial in the Evergreen Cemetery. Brother Clarence Denny will officiate the service. Mr. Russell died at Grandview Medical Center on Saturday. He was 71 years old. The family requests donations be made in Mr. Russell's honor to the American Lung Association. Courteous and Son Funeral Home, North Chapel, directing. Reverend Charles Ray Atkins, age 79 of Sylacauga, died December 16th at Coosa Valley Medical Center. Funeral service for Reverend Atkins will be Friday at Trinity Assembly of God, his home church, at 2 p.m. The Reverend Atkins' 4 sons will officiate the service. Burial in the Evergreen Memorial Cemetery. Visitation will be Thursday evening at Courteous and Son North from 5 until 8. Pastor Atkins was a senior pastor at Trinity Assembly of God for 27 years. He will be honored, laid to rest on Friday at the church he pastored for all these years, Trinity Assembly of God. It'll be 2 o'clock on Friday. Reverend Charles Ray Atkins, age 79, who passed away December 16th at Coosa Valley Medical Center. Online condolences at CourteousandSonFH.com. Courteous and Son Funeral Home, North Chapel, directing. Alicia K. Patterson Hurst, age 47, died December 15th. Funeral service in the chapel of Talladega Funeral Home today at 2 p.m. The Reverend Jackie Morgan will officiate. Burial in the Blue Eye Baptist Church Cemetery. In lieu of flowers, donation can be made to Talladega Funeral Home for funeral expenses. Talladega Funeral Home, directing. Funeral service for Mr. Dave T. Battle, age 77, is today at Mount Olive Baptist Church in Childersburg at noon, with the Reverend Jerry Jones officiating. Burial in the Mount Olive Church Cemetery of Childersburg. Mr. Battle passed away December 14th at Coosa Valley Medical Center. Online condolences at communityfuneralhome.org. Community Funeral Home, directing. Brenda Faye Joyner, age 68, died December 17th. Funeral service this morning at 10 a.m. from Ursery Funeral Home Chapel in Talladega. Online condolences at urseryfuneralhome.com. Ursery Funeral Home, directing. Funeral service for Mr. Robert McElrath, age 89, will be Thursday at Rising Star Baptist Church in Sylacauga at 1 p.m. The Reverend Manuel Smith III officiating. Burial in the Rising Star Cemetery. Visitation is today from 1 until 8 p.m. at the funeral home. Mr. McElrath died December 12th in Centerville, Alabama at Bibb Medical Center. Online condolences at communityfuneralhome.org. Community Funeral Home, Sylacauga, directing. Mr. James Seals, age 77, died December the 18th. Funeral arrangements to be announced later by Community Funeral Home. Pastor Troy Chapman, age 80, died Monday at Citizens BMC in Talladega. Sims Funeral Service will announce the arrangements. Funeral service for Mrs. Nora Mae Smith, age 80, is today at 1 o'clock from New Beginnings Ministries in Sylacauga, with Pastor Erastus Godfrey officiating. Mrs. Smith died December 14th at Sylacauga Health and Rehab Services. Final arrangements entrusted to Sunset Memorial Chapel, Childersburg. Online condolences at sunsetmc.com. The body will lie in state at the church 1 hour prior to the service. Sunset Memorial Chapel, Childersburg, directing. Deborah Watts Thompson, age 65, of Lincoln, died December the 16th. And online condolences at ursharyfuneralhome.com. Funeral service, Celebration of Life, will be today at 1 o'clock from Westside Baptist Church in Talladega, with the Reverend Jack Washington and the Reverend Joel Davis officiating. Burial in the Hall Cemetery in Lincoln. Ursary Funeral Home in Talladega, directing. Funeral service for Mrs. Donna Lee Randall, age 74, is Saturday, December 29th at 2 o'clock in the chapel of Radley Funeral Home in Alexander City. Pastor Andrew Collum officiating. The family receiving friends prior to the service from noon until 2 on Saturday, December 29th at the funeral home. The family will accept fresh cut flowers or green plants, please. Memorial messages may be sent to the family at radleyfuneralhome.com. Radley Funeral Home, directing. Memorial service for Mrs. Margaret Hammonds Comtech, age 91, is Saturday, December 22nd at noon from the chapel of Radley Funeral Home. Randy Anderson officiating. The family will receive friends Saturday as well from 11 until noon at the funeral home. Mrs. Comtech died Sunday, December 16th at Chapman Healthcare Center. She was a member of the Winterboro Baptist Church. Memorial messages may be sent to the family at radleyfuneralhome.com. Radley Funeral Home in Alexander City in charge of the arrangements. Mrs. Edlink Benson, age 101, of Alexander City, died Sunday, December the 16th at her residence. Armours Memorial Funeral Home, Alexander City, will announce the arrangements. Mrs. Gladys Gill, age 93, of Sylacauga, died on Tuesday at Coosa Valley Medical Center. Funeral arrangements to be announced by Radley Smith Funeral Home. And funeral service for Dakota Huntington Nivens, age 18, of Sylacauga, will be Thursday at noon from the Childersburg Church of God, with Brother Nathan Pascal and Brother Brent Collins officiating. Burial in the Harpersville Cemetery. Mr. Nivens died Friday, December 14th from injuries suffered in an automobile accident. He was a member of the Dayspring Worship Center and a 2018 graduate of Sylacauga High School, and a member of the Pride Chilton County Marching Band for 5 years. Visitation is tonight, 5 until 8 o'clock at the funeral home. The family will accept flowers or donation can be made to the Chilton County High School Marching Band. Memorial messages may be sent to the family at radleysmith.com. Radley Smith Funeral Home in Sylacauga, in charge of the arrangements. These obituaries this morning brought to you by Curtis & Son Funeral Home, the North Chapel on Highway 21 in Sylacauga, and the Childersburg Chapel on Highway 280 in Childersburg.